ャを手に入れたのは酔っ払い相手に歌を聴かせるためなのかよ。えへってなんだよ。
Genshin Impact is connected to Honkai Impact 3rd. Okay, I get it. It's quite a bold claim to make, but I assure you I've done the research to back up my claim. Firstly, to those who have no clue what either of these are, I'll quickly recap. However, you really need to have played Genshin Impact to understand anything that's going on here. As for the Honkai Impact stuff, I'll explain it for everyone to understand. Genshin Impact is the new gacha and super high quality anime game that everyone's been raving about in 2020. It's made by the developers miHoYo, who also made the wildly popular game Honkai Impact 3rd. And after booting up the game on launch day and seeing the opening cutscene with the star villain being a character that closely resembles the Herrscher of the Void in Honkai Impact 3rd, it immediately got me thinking, are the two worlds connected? See, being a Honkai Impact veteran fan, I'm well aware of the Tree of Void, also known as the Imaginary Tree, that exists in the game's story. The Imaginary Tree is an interdimensional object, if you will, that connects multiple universes together called bubble universes in the Sea of Quanta. So, a link between the two worlds through this tree is very much possible. But here's where the plot starts to really intertwine. You see, at the end of Chapter 17 in Honkai Impact, we get this little snippet of a screen where you can very clearly see a certain familiar dragon from the Genshin Impact series. Note that this came out way back in July, and I remember this because, well, I was playing the game non-stop during that time and eventually acquired the Herrscher of Thunder myself, but that's not the point. Reddit user FameSMGEX actually emailed the developers asking them whether the two worlds are linked, and they replied with a hard no. But in these sorts of situations, it's important to pay attention to the exact use of language. And I quote, they say, "We are sorry to inform you that the two games are not related." Now that's a peculiar choice of words, because this was sent on September 4th, but literally the next day they shot up this video where the main story writer for the Honkai series confirms that the dragon scene in Chapter 17 is in fact Dvalin from Teyvat, Teyvat being the world in which Genshin Impact takes place in.
But differs in terms of concepts to those two character pairs. In the final part of main story chapter 17, Overseer Otto observed other worlds via the imaginary tree. One of these observations is Dvalin, the wind dragon from Teyvat.
So what does this mean? Are the developers contradicting themselves, or is the Reddit post fake? It's actually neither. Like I said, pay attention to the exact vocabulary chosen in the email. Yes, the two games are not related, but that's not to say that their stories aren't. They're saying that you won't be seeing any Honkai characters suddenly appearing in Genshin, but their worlds definitely have paths to each other. It gets even more interesting. The story writer says that the image of Dvalin's scene is through the imaginary tree. And remember, this is a real character in the Honkai world who is physically viewing this and is relaying the information onto a screen for others to see. A Honkai character is peeking into the world of Teyvat physically. That means there is an actual established link between these two worlds. This would very well explain the character at the beginning of Genshin Impact that bears resemblance to the Herrscher of the Void. But anyways, that's a theory for another day. So, yeah, that's really it. Genshin Impact and Honkai Impact 3rd are in fact connected and have an established link to each other, though nothing canon is planned to happen now or probably ever. But I guess that's really cool to know. I'll leave reference links to all the things that I found in the description if anybody wants to double check or cross check with my sources. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This is Nekoto from Diplantics. I mean, I'm basically the only person who posts on Diplantics at this point, so like, what the hell? But alright, I'll see you all next time.